Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
At the very same time that America refused to give the Negro any land, our government was giving away millions of acres of land in the West and the Midwest, which meant that it was willing to undergird its white peasants from Europe with an economic floor. But not only did they give the land, they built land-grant colleges with government money to teach them how to farm. Not only that, they provided county agents to further their expertise in farming. Not only that, they provided low interest rates in order that they could mechanize their farms. Not only that, today, many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. Now, this is what we are faced with, and this is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
I remember when the ATL wasn't banging, now they banging, 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 banging. Niggas throwing sets and them bullets start ringing, bitches banging, 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 banging. I remember when the ATL wasn't banging, now they banging, 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 banging. Niggas throwing sets and them bullets start ringing like bang, 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 bitch, nigga, bang, 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 bang.
Bitch, yeah. Woo.
Hate me now, hate me now. Enemies gon' hate me now. Enemies gon' hate me now, hate me now. Enemies gon' hate me now. Hate me now. Enemies. Busters got some mana, but I handle that, so hate me now. Got the Louis Slugger, you better cover when I hit a foul. You better be so quick to get it hip when the pistol show. All my niggas get me creeping slow, and we on that blow. Told the two that I use, searching for an easy man. Demon in me wakes, now I shake and don't feel okay. Yeah, I'm terrified in my mind, so corrupted too. Feel so blizzo, hizzo, walk that snizzo, but still keep it smooth. Evil prim, stay so blitz, busy down with Psycho Mike. Scheming, leaning all throughout the night, down in Metro Height. Bitch, you getting sprayed from grenade when I pulled up in. Gangsta P, here with me, and we always going in. Winking, shaking in my bed, hating leaves you where y'all dead. Don't you rest so tears up, call your blizz up when I'm on my man. I face so much crime, stay inside. I have on my mind. Please don't shoot your kids on, send you his on, get your miss online. Enemies so close to me, especially gon' hate me now. Motivated jealousy, but still I elevate somehow. Violent face all in my space, deep inside you hating me. Take that loaded Glock 19 and kill that kind with courtesy. Enemies so close to me, especially gon' hate me now. Motivated jealousy, but still I elevate somehow. Violent face all in my space, deep inside you hating me. Take that loaded Glock 19 and kill that kind with courtesy. Hate me now, hate me now. Enemies gon' hate me now. Hate me now. Enemies.
You hate me now, nigga, damn, I thought we was cool. You hate me now, I thought we was cool.
You mad at me now, but all I do is laughing. Then chop a bullet, split him up like he a fraction. He run up on me, think it's chicken, now he past tense. Yes, I am evil, Chris, but also Trey, so blast him. I catch him loafing, I'ma up the gun and let it bust. I got them niggas in the car ready to shoot shit up. You mention me, boy, I'm a killer, best not test your luck. Yo, bitch, a groupie, all up in my DMs tryna fuck. These niggas lying in they songs, you know they capping. I'm on the block, I put in work, you niggas slacking. My nigga get jammed up and then we go and post bail. But if your nigga run up, we gon' send his ass to hell. Ain't have a ruler, kept a Ruger when I was in school. I'm hitting ops with this stick.
So for the generation that is born right after the crisis, we call them the prophet archetype, and that would be, for instance, boomers. But we've had many other examples. Indulgently raised in a very secure era, they come of age during these times of spiritual awakening. A lot of protests, a lot of social divisions, and they break through. They try to, they want to individualize the country. They want to free individuals from the sort of tyranny of the collective. Give a fuck. 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 Like Tupac, nigga, I don't give a fuck.
Everybody wanna ride on it with no car roof. Make a lot of money, live life like the stars do. If you do what they do, then what kind of king are you? Don't let money change you for the bad. Do what gods do. Everybody say they want power, but they don't really want power. They let the money, hoes, and fame make them a dummy. Money never made me, bitch, I'm making the money. I keep a smile every day, whether rain or sunny. A main bitch a day, wanna she kept it 100. Young 5'6", addict who love to get blunted. Off in the bed, I'm the dog, that's right, I'm atomic. Bury the bone in the cat, get back to the money. All the jealousy and lying niggas throwing at each other over crumbs on the cool, it's hard to consider. Some of you niggas to be real, cause you're real bitch made. These days, and a whole be harder than niggas. But I don't give a fuck, never have, never will. Real niggas really scared to tell it like it is. So many heartbreaks, hella blood, sweat, and tears over game. Now this is how I feel, tell them I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like Tupac, nigga, I don't give a fuck. No niggas hating on the low, I don't give a fuck. I'ma get more money, more, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like Too Short, nigga, I don't give a fuck. You can fuck my bitch, I don't give a fuck. I can get another one, I'm rich and I don't give a fuck. Tell them I don't give a fuck. Beat it with the microphone, I'm a flame spitter. Was a peace maker, now a menace like the cane, nigga. Haters and you homo thugs, fucking up the game, nigga. We were never in the same class, you a lame, nigga. I don't got time to be dissing a nigga who ain't worth a penny, cause mentally I'm too above for dissing the fake. On top of that, I'm a player, the player hating that's never been in my blood, nigga. That's ammunition for hate. If I call up the cavalry, it'll be a fatality. One phone call, they'll be minutes away. Better make peace with your creator, cause on the cool, I don't think you wanna perish a cent of the day. Money on the mind, vision on the prize. Look into my eyes, you will see the devil is alive. Real warriors of God live eternally, and if you know the definition, baby, I will never die. Finally got the key of life. If you listen to my new shit, I got the blueprint to set the street afire. The majority of niggas in the game ain't fucking with the method of business that we apply. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like Tupac, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Niggas hating on the low, I don't give a fuck. I'ma get more money, more, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like Too Short, nigga, I don't give a fuck. You can fuck my bitch, I don't give a fuck. I can get another one, I'm rich and I don't give a fuck. Tell them I don't give a fuck. Beat it with the microphone, I'm a flame spitter. Haters and you homo thugs, fucking up the game, nigga. You a lame, nigga. Give a fuck, 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 give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Give a fuck. You can fuck my bitch. I don't give a fuck. I can get another one. I'm rich and I don't give a fuck. Tell them I don't give a fuck. Give a fuck.
Peace, peace, peace. What's going on? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Shit, I hope. Let me see. Do I see my thingamajigger moving? I really don't see it. I hope I ain't on mute. I don't think I am. Not on mute on my StreamYard, but my headset. My headset be tripping sometimes. Yeah, it's like storming in Jacksonville right now. So hopefully I can get this off and don't have any issues with my signal. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see. But peace, man. What's up? I ain't been on for like a minute. Really just been chilling, man. Getting situated. I'm in another truck now. So you know, like I said, just work related shit. Just wanted to come on and touch bases, but I've had time to reflect on a lot of different shit politically, and you know, where my not allegiance, because you know it's never that, but where my ideological confines are. I done had a lot of time to reflect on that shit, like a lot of time. Here's the thing, right? I've always considered myself a libertarian-minded individual when it comes to my view on the government and just socio-political ties as a whole. You know, everybody knows this about me. It ain't no, like it ain't no secret, right? You know what I'm saying? But I also understand from a perspective of let's just, for the sake of the argument, let's just say a marginalized individual. Take that for what it is, right? I ain't saying you gotta agree with it, disagree, whatever. But I'm using it specifically for the context of this video. Taking it from a marginalized individual, I understand the concept of shut the door politics. Now, this is a term that I coined and I use to describe basically two types of individuals, right? Or two types of groups of people. One group, mainly heritage Americans. What I mean by heritage Americans, meaning the WASP, the white Anglo-Saxon Europeans, Protestants, that are the descendants of the original settlers of this country, that were able to enjoy free of charge the amenities of Manifest Destiny, essentially being able to build a legacy on the backs of free land, free education by way of learning how to like farm and cultivate the land and shit like that, and sustain relatively comfortable socio-political ties to the government itself throughout the duration of this country's inception, from start to now. You know, it's just fact. Think of it how you will, believe how you will. It's just fact. The very same thing Dr. King discussed in the intro. You know, that's just fact. The other group that participates in shut the door politics are the ones who came afterward, who didn't have to face subjugation, were given basically a new lease on life via Ellis Island or the German homesteads, et cetera, et cetera. Given a new lease on life, whether it was during or after the slave trade, it really don't matter. That were given a new lease on life, who though may have been subjugated in their original homeland, didn't suffer the same social barriers as others here in the country. And because, again, they benefited from that socio-political dynamic, now feel as though the door needs to be shut on anything socio-political from here on out. A lot of libertarians think this way. This is why I never identified myself as a libertarian, though I often describe my political views as libertarian. This is why. Shut the door politics. So you hear that anywhere else, just know I coined the term. Throughout this whole debacle with the second Trump administration, I've had to learn to expand not the definition, because the definition holds true, but I have learned to expand the different types that also participate in shut the door politics. And that goes to my topic here and today. Yes, y'all see it clear. Your eyes don't deceive you. I have now considered, very thoughtfully, the fact that yes, I now self-identify as a Democrat, but not only just as a Democrat, a liberal Democrat. Yes, that's right, folks. A liberal Democrat. Now, being very specific in that term, liberal. Very specific. It don't mean that I don't believe in progressive, quote unquote. Let me put that in quotation, because that's another whole can of worms in and of itself. It don't mean that I don't believe in progressive policy. Again, I've always said I believe naturally we all are progressive, because progressivism to me is just the advancement of the society as a whole. That's all it means. Now, the way you want to advance that society is debatable. But ultimately, that don't mean that I'm not willing to have a conversation about quote unquote progressive politics. I am. I just understand the nuances behind it. So why did I choose to self-identify as a liberal Democrat rather than a progressive or anything else? I'll tell you why. First, we must understand what it means to be liberal. Now, this is why I'm finna bust a lot of people's head. You, me, MAGA maniacs, lefty loonies, all of us are liberal. All of us are liberal. What the hell are you talking about, MD? Well, let me make it plain. Liberalism from a social standpoint. Now, remember, liberalism is originally an economic term. Let's set the foundation right there. Liberalism in the economic sense was defined as everybody has a right to personal property, set rates, not only for the source of the resource, but for the advancement of the resource, as well as the labor that advances the resource. Everybody's got a price. Everybody gonna pay at the end of the day. That's liberalism. That's what it means. Now let's take that same concept and put it in the social perspective. Liberalism simply means everybody has a basic right in this country and is protected by the government, the federal government, under these United States. That's it. That's all it means. I bet you $100 I can put your ideology and place it in liberalism every fucking time. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, all you're doing is expressing grievances for one group over another. So in today's way of thinking, liberalism simply is a constant struggle between, quote unquote, again, it's important that I put these in quotation marks, quote unquote, marginalized groups. Because of course, me and you know, all groups aren't marginalized in the way that we believe they're marginalized. The whole thing with woke ideology and all that shit that they talk about is just another sub definition of a marginalized group, a farce in every sense of the word, but marginalized nonetheless. White people, or a specific group of white people, believe they're being subjugated on a governmental level because of A, B, and C. That is the very definition of liberalism. Very fucking definition. This is what we must understand. Now, more broadly speaking, a liberal simply wants to protect the rights of all people under the direct dome of the United States government. What people don't like about a liberal or liberalism is that it's not specific to their wants and their needs at that particular time. Constant struggle. Constant struggle. So now we enter a new phase of the constant struggle. It's a new phase now. What's the new phase? The new phase now is classism versus specifics for different groups. Whereas most socialist Democrats, again, I got to put these things in quotation because I don't want to misinterpret or misidentify anybody. So I'm putting everything in quotes. The quote unquote social Democrats don't take priority in specific groups when it comes to ethnicity or race or anything of the like. They put class above all else. That's just a fact. That's not me saying it. This is straight from the horse's mouth. The problem on the outside looking in when it comes to people interpreting liberalism is people get left out. Shut the door. The DSA and the New Left is a classic case of shut the door politics. Now, you can say, well, how will it shut the door when the working class encompasses, according to them, 90 to 95% of America? Again, there is no proof of those percentages, but let's take your word for it. Let's take your word for it. My subjugation as a Black American does not overlap my subjugation in your eyes as a working class citizen in America. It just don't. It just don't. My circumstances don't overlap your circumstances when it comes to the DSA movement. It just don't. There's always nuance. I think we all understand that. So, under what quantity of grievance do I have versus somebody that's making under $20,000 annual? Because it's not the same circumstance. I think everybody understands that. I'm not going to fight for a more broad policy to level out the playing field when I don't need it, where that policy could be going to somebody who actually does. That's liberalism. Liberalism isn't leveling out the playing field. Liberalism is protecting the rights despite the situation. It's not up to me to rectify the situation. It's not. Sorry. Now, just as a kind-hearted individual, that's something different. But we're talking about government. All of these terms, we can't look at it in a societal sense. It's just impossible to do it. Because at the end of the day, ultimately, it ain't got shit to do with you or me because we're not in the government. We're just not in the government. As a liberal, I believe that it is the government's responsibility, not you or me. It's the government's responsibility to make sure that everybody is protected under the law based on the Constitution. Everybody. But because some people like to shut the door, some groups believe these things are just not, it's not feasible in the here and now. They move beyond constitutional protection and into social inclusion, hell, even say economic protection. The government wasn't put in place to protect your ass economically. The government was put there to make sure that you had an opportunity to protect yourself economically without any hurdles nor stumbling block. I'm a reparationist. Right? I believe the government in its inception created a stumbling block and a hurdle for Black Americans. Through the pacification of certain classes of people, yes, classes, the planet class, as well as people that were lobbied via that planted class, i.e. the Southern legislative branch within Congress, did anything and everything to make sure that that stumbling block was successful. For almost 100 years, from 1776 to 1865. This is facts. That means that the government in and of itself, not individual people, not the planet class in and of itself, the United States government that was complicit in not protecting the rights of a whole subsection of people that were within the United States. And they'll held liable because of it. I don't give a shit if you weren't here during slavery. It ain't got shit to do with it. It ain't got shit to do with it. You weren't here for a lot of shit, but your taxes pay for it. So when I say liberalism, that's what I'm talking about. liberals don't subjugate one group at the expense of another, playing this constant game of, totem pole politics. It's not what it's about. Unfortunately, a lot of people have characterized it that way. Malcolm X being one of them. In Lenin's works during the Bolshevik era, he described the liberals as being untrustworthy, and they'll turn their back on him based on the fact that there will always be somebody lower on the totem pole. So in Lenin's eyes, the revolution had to be workers and workers only, and the liberals couldn't be involved based on the fact that once the workers take control, seize the means of production, there will be another group. Remember, Lenin didn't give a shit about the peasant class. This is part of the reason why, because he knew that liberalism dictates that the work. And I'm getting the call. Hey, let me end this real quick. I'm gonna come back later on. I gotta take the call and support.